A couple of weeks ago, I was trying to correct my teenage daughter about something. And she just kept insisting, Mom, I got this. Trust me, it's going to work out. I know what I'm doing, Mom. At all of almost 15, right? And so I was like, You've already been here before. You've already tried it this way. It's not going to work out. And so she just kept was like, No, Mom, I got it. I got it. Trust me. It's going to be fine. Until finally I just said, in a frustrated, kind of ironic way. And I just kind of like smiled. I was just like, Anissa, if you just listen to me, if you just do what I'm telling you to do, how I'm telling you to do it, we can save a lot of time. We'll save a lot of our frustration and you can move forward quicker into what you're trying to get done. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm just going to let you try and do that on your own. But you're going to come back to me the way you always do and say, you know what, Mom, you were right. I thought I knew best, but you were right. And so, some of that process, depending on what it is, especially, some of that is just the nature, right, of teenagers in terms of they think they know everything and they're just trying to, express themselves, even when they don't know everything, but they insist that they do, right? And so in that instance, the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, This is what so many of us as God's children do with Him. How many of us insist on when God tells us to do something that we may say, you know what, I'm going to try it this way. Even though in the past, doing things on our own hasn't quite worked out fully. Sometimes it may, sometimes it may not. But those times where it doesn't work out, right? You and I both can bear witness to the fact that we feel the brunt of that, the consequences sometimes, right? And so, how many of us do that when God tells us to do something? How many of us respond like a rebellious teenager when God says something or tells us to do something according to His word that we don't like, we don't agree with, or we don't really want to hear it right then? And I wonder how many times God says, okay, well, I'll be right here. You're going to see that it's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out, but I'll be right here. Or we may do a little bit of what God says and try to combine that with a whole lot of what we think we should do, even if it's in contradiction to what His word says, right? And so today, beloved, I just leave you with the encouragement to each and every day, let us surrender our wills, our ways, our desires, our intentions to God each and every day on purpose. Isaiah 55 says that my thoughts are not your thoughts and my ways are not your ways. So we can acknowledge here that God is infinite, that God knows things that we don't know. And we can acknowledge here that He knows best. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, in terms of the here and now, when we have to surrender our will to His word, to His will, even if it's something that we really don't want to do, that's where I pray, beloved, that you and I stand on His word, stand on Isaiah 55, and know that God knows best. Even if we don't understand it, He knows best. That's what we hope in, that's what we stand on, and that's what we proceed in. Take care.